Father God, we pause and we thank you for your blessings upon us and our country. We thank you for looking down and keeping us safe, and we pray for direction and wisdom today as we make decisions for the county. We pray for our armed forces abroad and pray for their safety, and just pray you would be with those that we've lost in this excursion, and we pray you would just bring them home safe. Just go with us now. Bless us. Add to this prayer what is like, and we pray in Christ's name. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Everyone should have had a chance to review the minutes from March 2nd, 2026. If there's a motion for that, or we've all reviewed them and are okay with the minutes, no changes, I'll accept the motion.
I'll make a motion to accept as presented.
Seconded.
Jeff Stringer,
Yes.
Michael Vanover,
Yes.
Blake Gerber.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
All right, financials. We had payroll, $325,254.18, and claims totaling $241,741.89.
Make a motion to accept the financials.
Seconded.
Jeff Stringer,
Yes.
Michael Vanover.
Yes.
Blake Gerber.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
Does anyone have the jail numbers today?
Lisa just handed them to me here. Scott is not able to be here, so we have a total of 54 inmates. 28 are pretrial circuit, 17 pretrial superior. We have 6 DOCs and 1 F6.
All right, thank you for that. Matt? You know the good news from the highway for us, right?
Are you picking up Huntington's signs that blow over?
Well, we haven't blown away in the wind, so I think that's good news. This evening, I do not have any updates on the projects that I have, just a couple left. I know they're still going through the closeout process. As soon as they have a few final numbers done, we should see that come back, and we can discuss that and then get with the contractor and get those toward final billing, and we can say we're done. Operations-wise, our folks did a, kind of proud of them a little bit. We did a pipe project down on 1200 South between 100 West and 200 West. They poured their first head wall. So we did a little concrete work last week and did a little learning. It was a pipe that was replaced sometime back, but probably could have been a little bit longer. So we poured a head wall on one side and extended the pipe on the other. And they did a pretty good job, so quite proud of them. Learned how to form up concrete and the importance of steel reinforcement.
A little bit of rebar, sure.
Been out when we can, grading gravel roads, letting water off the roads. We'll be starting to put down some stone in the townships on those roads here in another couple weeks. We started doing some ditch cleaning. You see one of our tractors out. We put the ditching head on it, try to help keep some water moving. We did get our new box broom for the Bobcat, and we spent a couple days out cleaning bridges. The one day, the guys got 8 bridges in one day. So that's traveling in between, loading and unloading the equipment. The box broom gets majority of it, but then we usually have another guy out there with a shovel, make sure he gets all the fine edges. But we're getting our money's worth out of that piece of equipment. Importance here is getting the dirt and debris off the bridge that holds the moisture and keeps that on the bridge and then soaks into the deck. So trying to get a little longevity out of those bridges with that piece of equipment.
Wonderful.
And then since Friday, dispatch has been wonderful and keeping us busy. So Friday afternoon, I'll just be honest with you, I lost track of the number of trees we've picked up, cleaned up, assisted with. And then we've had a few stop signs that came down. So we've been fairly busy with that. I can tell you, I had 4 dispatch calls yesterday. So we had a little bit of a respite on Saturday, but it came roaring back in yesterday. And then I don't believe we really had anything today, but we had guys out running roads and making sure that we're keeping debris out. Facilities and equipment wise, we did get our fence repaired. and it made it through the wind, so we're in good shape. Something that I used to do, and we're gonna do again here at the county, I won't do it twice a year, but I'll at least do it once a year. May 6th and 7th, a couple days before that, we'll start cleaning, but we will, lack of a better term, shut down road operations to inspect all of our vehicles. We're gonna start doing that once a year after we get through winter. Winter is pretty hard on equipment, and the spring seems like the optimum time to do it, get through the hard part of winter and be prepared to start running chip and seal when we need our entire fleet. And then that will give us a list of idea of what we're looking at for repairs down the way, and that will help us start gauging what we need for budgets. Since that time, I got a couple of small purchases here, or smaller purchases, so these are all, the first two are under, I think, oh, I have one here, about $2,500. This is a computer program. It does a few things. It helps us with diagnosing the vehicles, estimating time, estimating parts, and then also helps the mechanics walk through what it's going to take to do the repair. We have Fords, General Motors, and Chrysler products here at the county. So this helps us run that gamut of what we run into with the different vehicles. So we can either A, know what we're getting into up front and being able to repair it quicker, or if it's something that we know is going to require a shop bigger than us, i.e. if it's a transmission rebuild. So we're looking at purchasing that, and I'm sorry I forgot the number, but it's about $2,500 per year. This is a program that neglects, if anyone remembers going to the garages and all the books, all the repair books, and going through and flipping through the pages, it does all that for you. And then every year it updates any service bulletins, keeps us up to date on the vehicles, especially after we get out of warranty.
That'll work for the entire fleet for the county, not just the county garage stuff.
Correct. Like I said, we have all three makes in our fleet. The sheriff's vans, I believe, are Fords and Chrysler. The surveyor has a Chrysler pickup. EMA's got Ford, so this helps us through the entire fleet. That's why we looked at going this route, so that way we're covered. And then depending on what happens with future bids, where we go, maybe we go outside of those three makes, it covers those as well. The next item I have, this is something we've been looking at. This is a little bit bigger. This is a AC machine to recharge the AC units in any vehicle. $9,982. We have not made the purchase yet. This is one we are going after. We had a quote for 11.2, but we were able to secure a second quote, and the company, CAM, they are also the ones who, depending on which quote we went with, would be the service for it. This allows us to also not just purchase at a little bit lower price point, but to begin a relationship with the company who would service this machine in the state of Indiana throughout the life of it. It does both 134 and 1234, which is the new refrigerant that is coming in the vehicles. So this covers our current fleet and our future fleet. And then I skipped over one. We purchased a vehicle code scanner, so that way we can read all the codes that come up in the vehicles. It takes care of the entire fleet. That was through Snap-on. That was $23.95. This allows us to make all the diagnostics for what is coming and what we currently have, so that will maintain the entire county fleet as well. And now, before I move on from the garage, I'm working with gasoline equipment to secure a date on when they believe our new 4-post lift will be here, so we can get that sent out to the county department heads to know, hey, this is our first date of we will take over your maintenance for your vehicles. So I'm working with them to get us the delivery date, and they will also do the setup, so that is still forthcoming. Well, the last piece of equipment, and this will require a vote, I have 3 quotes here for a brand new tandem axle Western Star 47X chassis. The lowest bid out of Stoops in New Haven, $146,413. This will be just the chassis, and then the upfit will come out of next year's budget. Currently, most upfitters are running around in the 9-month time span from the time you order till the time their equipment shows up. Monroe, Swinson, Bonnell are all kind of in that boat. We went from not being able to get chassis in this industry to now we can get chassis, and now the upfitters can't keep up.
Can you explain what the 3 bids we've received are?
So one from the New Haven, so this is something similar to when I got the distributor and learning from the distributor. I went outside and Ed and our distributors, that company only deals with one, they only have one dealership. You deal through Southeastern. Going through, Western Star is a part of Daimler Trucks, which owns Freightliner. And only through Freightliner dealers really you can get the Western Stars. So I went through and dealt with, Truck Country owns all the Stoops. So this entire part of the country that I could find. So I went through New Haven, Indianapolis, and then one of their Michigan outfits to try to, so that way we can meet 3 bids.
And they're all within pocket change difference.
Correct.
Make a motion to accept that purchase.
This is the New Haven one,
Correct.
your recommendation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Jeff Stringer?
I'll second. Yes.
Michael Vanover?
Yes.
Blake Gerber?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
And then I did bring one right away for County Road 450 East. It goes with the 4 we did 2 weeks ago. I got it last week.
Make a motion to accept the right-of-way on 450 East.
Did we have?
We have 4 other right-of-ways that we should approve at the same time. 3 others, I apologize. We have a right-of-way through area plan for the Lee property at 400 West, for the Barclay Builders property at 500 North, and for the Mullenkamp Farms property at 1150 South. I'd request a motion to approve all 4 of these right-of-ways.
I'll second.
Stringer?
Yes.
Michael Vanover?
Yes.
Blake Gerber?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
You, appreciate it, Matt.
Nate, you're up.
All right, we'll start off with utility permits. We have 4 of them this evening that I'm recommending for approval. 2 of them, the first 2 are both with Craigville Telephone. One of them is for underground fiber on 250 North for some of the new lots there near the golf course. And the other is on 450 East between 400 North and 500 North. I believe there's existing conduit there, and this is just to set a couple handholds and pull the fiber through the conduit. Then there, next would be Lecom to set 2 poles near 8 Mile Creek and just have a single span over the creek. They had a prior permit in the area where they were doing underground fiber, and they encountered rock there that they could not get under. So they came back and submitted a secondary permit to span 8 Mile.
Okay.
And finally, Wabash Excavating had submitted a permit for a new sewer hookup. This was up in the North Oaks addition. So they had submitted an open road cut there to hook up a new sewer line.
So I'll recommend all these permits. Make a motion.
I'll second it.
Jeff Stringer?
Yes.
Michael Vanover?
Yes.
Blake Gerber?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
All right. Another update on the Harrison 1059, that is River Road over Markley Ditch. Potential community crossings contract that we have out for bid right now if the funds become available. I still have not been notified by NDOT where we stand on that, but bidding it out nonetheless. We're up to 6 requests for plans and specs, so we should have a good amount of bids coming in.
Okay.
That bid opening is set for Thursday at 1 PM at the County Highway Garage. And I changed that from the last meeting. I actually issued a revision to that bid posting. It was on the 18th, but then I realized that I was going to be away at road school, so I altered that by a day. An update on Bridge 41 down on 1200 South over Prairie Creek. We finally have bid documents together for that, and we sent bid documents out to 3 contractors last week. So they have until March 31st to put together their bids and submit those for the repairs. And we have an ongoing conversation and documentation with NDOT about what portions of that are participating and non, since those damages were caused by an NDOT detour. So the bulk of that, they are willing to participate in, but there are a few other, I guess, kind of while we're there, chances to increase the
incidentals that,
longevity of the structure. So there's some upgrades that we're making while we're there that the county will foot the bill for. So. And then finally, Bridge 54 down on 6 West over Salamone. Just a couple pictures there, some updates on progress. They finished removing the north end bent. You can see the guys are tying steel for the south end bent, and that picture was actually a few days ago. I think they're pretty well done tying steel and ready for a pour there. And then I didn't get a picture of it because you couldn't really see anything except for the water, but they had their cofferdam installed to do the pier work on the north side of the river, but down in the channel. And with the rains and stuff last week, they lost that. It's submerged, so once the river recedes a little bit and they can dewater that, they're planning on starting to drive piles for that pier. That's all I've got this week.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, Nate.
Madison.
I was the chairman of the Community Corrections Board.
Hello. Okay, I'll start with the budget. Okay, it's time to submit our grant request for 2027. And so kind of the last step here is to get commissioner's approval of the budget that we are going to submit. So through the advisory board, we created a budget subcommittee. We came up with this budget. We presented it to the advisory board last week, and it passed through that. And so now I'm just bringing it to you for approval. Is there anything specific that you want me to go over within the budget? Any questions on anything that I changed?
Budget, did I not have a? Here, here's mine.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm part of that advisory meeting, so I was at the meeting to participate in the numbers. And we made some alterations from this original 2 years ago, and took, I believe, your salary out of the general, this proposed.
That's the only thing that's left in the
Right.
general.
Right.
Yes. Yep.
So everything else will be out of project income and grants. So I think it's a good starting spot, and I have no issues, and I would support the budget.
I could also say something, this is something that goes to the Department of Correction for their review, and then they'll make a determination on what they're willing to fund in the grant, and then once that's done, we'll likely be back if we need to modify anything in this to present as well. But we need your approval for the Department of Correction to look at our grant. And that, I think, is submitted on April 1st.
Correct.
I have no issues with the budget.
I don't have any issues either. I'll make a motion to accept or to approve the access to the grant.
And I will second that.
Jeff Stringer,
Yes.
Michael Vanover,
Yes.
Blake Gerber.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
And I'd like to talk about this memorandum.
Is that on other business?
Was there anything else?
I think
Yep.
it's down here,
You
personal
want to have
letter.
it come back up for
One
that, or do you
additional
want to
matter.
deal with it now?
I'd recommend we allow the Community Corrections Board to finish their presentation, and then we can take that memo up, if I'm looking at the same thing.
We'll do that.
We have an opening on the Community Corrections Advisory Board. This area, it says public defender, it can also be a public defense attorney that practices within the jurisdiction, within the county. This opening has been existing for about 3 years, maybe 4. The board is recommending that Andrew Kernall be placed in that position as a criminal defense person on the Community Corrections Board. He has served as a mayor's representative and also at one time as a prosecutor on the board, so he's familiar with the board and how the operations, Community Corrections, and would ask that you approve that appointment.
Is that, I can't see, I'm assuming this is Judge Antrim asking.
That is correct.
Yes.
So I have a question, Judge. I think, just in my opinion, and I don't know how the statute reads, maybe our legal can help us, but that board seems awfully big already. So each time that we have an appointee that comes up that I want to press, does that board really need to be that big? It seems like it's a little bit cumbersome, a little bit inefficient, not taking a jab at the group, but just being as big as it is, it's inefficient. Do we have to fill all these positions?
It's actually a statutory position that legislature has deemed be on that board.
Yep.
Many of these board positions are statutorily required.
I would concur with the judge. The Community Corrections Advisory Board is set by statute, and it has at least, off the top of my head, I want to say 13 statutory positions, and one of those is either a public defender or an attorney who practices in criminal law on the defense side. So it's not a stacking or packing issue. It's a statutory position to be filled.
I need some time to think about this one. I still would like to understand why it's got to be so big, and I'll get some clarification from Ted on that. But also, I'd like to, is this the only person that we looked at or reviewed, or is there multiples, or how do we come up, or how do we select, or how?
The best way I can answer that is that we do not have very many criminal defense attorneys in Wells County. We are what would be called an attorney desert, where most of the attorneys that are practicing are public defenders. We have 2 that practice or have offices in Allen County and one that has offices in Whitley County. They're independent contractors that we hire. And so that's how we came up with this name and why the board approved that to come to the commissioners.
I don't have the statute in front of me, but does it read it has to be an attorney from the community? How does that read? I don't remember.
I think it's an attorney that regularly practices
Yep.
within the community.
So it could be somebody outside of Wells County, correct? If it was somebody that practiced within the community?
If
Yes,
they're
it
willing
could
to
be.
put it, if they're willing to put their name in.
I'd ask for a second to look at the statute before we make any final determination as to who the qualified individuals are. One thing we could do to promote any potential applicant for the position is to have that individual fill out the volunteer or appointment board application that we have. And so the auditor can certainly work with Judge Antrim or our director to get that to the individual being proposed for this position.
And I'm fine with that. I just know we haven't had this position filled. Like I said, it's been 3 or 4 years since we've actually filled the position because we don't have someone.
And I know from the presentation from Judge Kirchhoff in the past, as well as from Judge Antrim, the criminal, we don't have a public defender board. We do appoint individual attorneys as independent contractors to practice as public defenders. And I haven't seen the statistics. I would rely on Judge Antrim to determine whether or not we are a legal desert, using that phrase. I know the Indiana Supreme Court has looked at the rural counties of Indiana to look into that. So I don't know off the top of my head if it has to be a resident of Wells County, or if it just has to be someone who practices in criminal defense on a regular basis in Wells County.
I'd like that answered.
And again, with all deference to the judge, you may know. That's,
They have to pull the statute.
That's fine.
I'd like to defer it till next meeting, give us some time to look into that if no objections.
Thank you.
All right, I believe that concludes our need for time. Thank you all for your public service.
Absolutely.
thank you too, Judge.
The vacation leave eligibility issue, I absolutely agree with this memorandum, how it's written, and I have no objection to approving this. So I'd like to entertain a motion for that
I'll make
approval.
a motion to accept the letter as presented.
I'll second it.
Jeff Stringer,
Yes.
Michael Vanover,
Yes,
Blake Gerber.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Huntington Library. And Wells Library update.
Put my hat front and center so y'all can see. All right. How are y'all today?
Good, you?
Doing good.
Thank you. I want to apologize for not making it in January or February. I was a resident of the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota for several weeks, so.
I heard you over the,
Yeah, I suffer from diverticulitis, so it's,
I hope you
it's,
feel a little better.
well, it's taken its toll on me. I'm on the upswing, so.
Great.
That's nothing to joke around with, no.
It absolutely isn't.
It should have killed me, but I'm still around, so.
Well, we're glad that you are.
Well, what can I ask, other than, you know, the library is really underutilized. You know, it's a wonderful place to take your children, or in my case, my grandchildren, for story time. But with the budgetary cuts for the state going on, they have really tightened up on the budget for the library, and they watch it because, well, she watches it because she knows I'm watching her, so. You know, and when it comes to bids, I have really, I'm not just one voice and one vote, but I really stress that local tax dollars ought to be spent with local vendors. You know, we shouldn't have to go to, in Huntington's case, we shouldn't have to go to Fort Wayne to find somebody. I mean, you can put bids out there. If they don't answer you back, well, then, yeah, you may have to go to Fort Wayne or somewhere else. But, and I'm the same way with the library in Markle, that if something needs to be done, then we need to look in Wells County or Huntington County. Don't go to Allen County or to whomever else, you know.
thank you for being prudent in that decision-making process.
Well, hey, you know, I'm a senior citizen now, so I watch my pennies too, and I'm watching yours, you know.
Many thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Anything you
I
need from
enjoy it.
us?
It's a labor of love. I do. I'm fortunate enough where I was able to retire a little earlier than some people, so I can do that. And I look at it like I'm doing it for my grandchildren. You know, my mother was a grammar and composition major from University of Georgia, so I love literature, you know.
Just as a point of note, our prior presentation from our other library board of trustees who come and talk to the commissioner said the same thing about the reduction in funds from the state and the budgeting impact it's having on county and local libraries. So we understand it's a constitutional right in the Indiana State Constitution, and these budgeting issues affect everyone.
Yeah, they do. They do. Just so I know, would Huntington commissioners have me come twice a year? How often would you like me to?
I think that's fine. Twice a year.
Twice a year is fine, okay. All right.
Absolutely. If you're comfortable with that.
Well, in the summer, I'm showing up in a Speedo and flip-flops.
Well,
Okay, so maybe once a year?
Once a year in the winter, I'll come in the winter. I'll see you in the summertime, gentlemen.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
You bet.
I'll take care.
You
thank
too.
you.
Somebody needs to make that as a motion.
Make that as a motion.
Are you suggesting I draft an ordinance for that?
You're up, Michael.
Visuals.
All right. Good evening. We'll start with rezoning requests for the Meadowlark properties located on US Highway 224, west of the intersection of State Road 1 and 224. The request there is to rezone the property from Suburban 1 residential to Business 3 general business. Looking at the comprehensive plan, this is an area that's been long established as a business corridor and a business location, and this would be the next property directly west of an existing area zoned with that B3 designation.
I think this should move forward.
My only question was, do they have or need a permit from MnDOT to get into the property, or is
Yeah,
it
they
a
would-
shared driveway?
There would be a new drive. There is no shared driveway on that property.
Okay.
There's a home on one side and a home on the other. There's not something specific there. So they would have that as part of their development process.
I have no issues with it.
And neither do I. So we need a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve Meadowlark with the rezoning.
Jeff Stringer,
Yes.
Michael Vanover.
Yes.
Blake Gerber.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Oh, that's ordinance 2026-03.
03.
All right, the second item today is the amendment to the Wells County zoning ordinance in regards to solar development. So we were here about a month ago in regards to the modification requests. Those modification requests from the town of Osseo and the city of Bluffton and Wells County were taken into consideration. The Planning Commission reviewed those, gave their support to adopt a ordinance amendment including all of the modifications as requested. The modifications, because the city and the county issued a similar or different modification for the definitions of small and large. There would be the only thing different in the proposal coming in front of you is that in corporate limits, there is one set of definitions, one set of difference between small and large, and then in the unincorporated area, there's the one that the county commissioners supported. So with that, if you have any questions, otherwise I would ask for your support.
Yeah, I've talked to Tyson about this. I'm good with this change, so. Motion to accept it. It's written.
I'll second that.
Jeff Stringer,
Yes.
Michael Vanover.
Yes.
Blake Gerber.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. It's ordinance 2026-04.
Okay.
I'd like to comment.
Great job on this, too.
Yeah.
No, thank you, I appreciate it, and thanks for your assistance in the process. Yep, and I'll get copies,
We've talked
your signature page.
3 years now.
Did you bring us in?
Only 3 years.
I don't have one.
You don't have a signature page? Yes, I have one.
talk about street fair, isn't he?
Don't see Nathan. You have his number?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Right, I'll get those from you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, well, we'll move on then to the,
Nathan Schrock is the only Nathan I don't.
let me see if
have.
I've got it
Nathan,
real quick. Just take a
I got
moment.
his brother.
See if I can find him. Well, that might work too.
I got John's number, but I don't have his.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Take a moment here, see what I can find.
I was gonna say, I seen him at Burfest on Saturday.
So I have a matter for the Board of Commissioners to entertain, if that's okay. Last meeting, we approved the recommendation of the opioid settlement committee on the distribution of funds. I've worked with Mr. Pastore, and we have documents that we've called agreement for services, which I believe are appropriate to have executed by, we have them being executed by the President of the Board of Commissioners. We would have them executed by then the grant recipients as well. To keep that process moving forward, I'd ask for a motion to approve the agreement for services for those vendors identified by Mr. Pastore in our last meeting and previously approved, just so we can have, and I would suggest we can have the Vice President of the Board of Commissioners execute that today, but we should have that in a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that motion.
Jeff Stringer,
Yes.
Michael Vanover,
Yes.
Blake Gerber.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
All right, anything under other business?
Nothing from me.
You reached John?
I have not heard back from him, so hopefully how, time sensitive is that?
It's a request for September, so.
Okay, I think that it could probably get pushed over to the.
Continue that till next meeting.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Do we need a motion to approve the monthly report in the miscellaneous business, Ms. Auditor? No, just needs to be on the agenda? Okay.
Anything? Attorney Store,
That's all I had. Thank you.
Commissioner?
Hey, Jay, I don't have anything. Leon?
Anyone?
comments?
Commissioner Stringer?
I have nothing.
Burfest, a lot of people, shoulder to shoulder.
Was it a good turnout when it was outside in the
Yep.
wind?
Real good turnout.
That being said, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Jeff Stringer,
Yes.
Michael Vanover,
Yes.
Blake Gerber.
Yes.